I've been talking about this Bitcoin crash. I mentioned it to PP. PP mentioned that like, hey, PP, he wants to like, launch his crypto coins, whatever. I said don't do that, right? And then I'm happy that I'm glad that he didn't launch his coin. Look at this. This is what's gonna happen, right? I know what's coming, and I'm glad that he didn't launch it, right? Because it's, when you look at the, what happened to the other like meme coins and all that, like it pumped so much and you got so hyped so much. That's the last thing, right? That's the last thing, before they want to dump it, right? So that's kind of what I see there, and I'm glad that PP noticed that. And then yeah, if this happen and if he launch it, everything will affect his coin as well, right? So yeah, glad that PP you didn't do launches your coins. I also mentioned about Nvidia as well, right? I talk about, I think I posted this one before on my X here. Yes, here. I don't fuck around, right? So I did mention this. Like, look at the date, guys. December 18, okay? So this is all receipt, like I don't just do this for, just to mess up with people. Like I'm not, some people say, hey, you're a shill, right? Because I mentioned because the stock market will come down, right? I mean, you gotta understand that, because right now this current market, as I understand, is very complex, right? The SPY like basically tank, right? So basically this year all the big tech stock will tank, okay? Just to keep it simple, not financial advice. All the big tech stock has been pumped so much, especially Nvidia, due to all the AI, hypes and stuff. What is the reason, right? The reason is because the market makers and hedge funds, they need the liquidity, right? So they need some events such as AI, and then they use the AI as a event to pump the stock, right? To pump the liquidity, and then they rug pull them when they need the liquidity back, right? And then when they need, where they need that for, and I don't need to talk about that, right? You know what's coming, Bye Bye Baby just kind of post this one as well. I know, there's people who are just kind of into this as a GME stuff, but look at this post, okay? So this is from Bye Bye Baby. Me annoying my baby every 50 minutes. So, it's they're mentioning that BBBY is about to come out, right? Bye Bye Baby is about to come out. They're giving us some hints. It might not be. We might be just kind of conspiracy theorists, but we've been kind of like Bad Bath Beyond. The community has been kind of working really hard to. We know what's going on, and we are just kind of waiting for that announcement, right? Final hearing has been, continued to push back to April, but from January to April now, but it's coming. I think it's coming. It's really yeah. So yeah, I just want to say that everything is just based on, I mean, I look at the chart, and some people don't like the chart. Some people don't believe the fractals or the market itself, but it's showing up now, right? So now you guys kind of understand why everything is crashing, and Bitcoin is also crashing, right? So I hope that people now start to believe what's going on. It's just following the fractal exactly when you look at it, right? This was the last 2020 November, right? So it's going through a 4-year cycle. And then I might come on the PP show. It's been a while. I might come on the PP show to explain to the community why I saw a BTC, a Bitcoin, and the Nvidia is gonna collapse, right? Why crash is coming, and I wanted to talk about that. Maybe if I have time to go on the show, and then if there's too many guests, of course I don't think I can do that. But I've been mentioning about the bearish divergence, right? So there's a bearish divergence happening, and then I noticed that, right? So I've been seeing that from Nvidia. I've been seeing that from Bitcoin as well, right? And then whenever you saw there's a bearish divergence, right? the market as the thing collapse, right? So basically it's entering the crash cycle, you know what I mean? So like I'm not trying to make I'm not really making this up, right? There's a patterns, right? There's this pattern that I'm just normal guy, but I do design work. So I'm a more visual guy, right? I'm more visual person. So I can maybe cast things that maybe many people don't see, right? So that's just pretty much it. I'm just nothing, nothing else than just, I have maybe a sharp eyes. So as I mentioned this before, I noticed something similar from Nvidia, Bitcoin, everything all together, because when you look at RSI, it's very simple, right? I'll just show you the whole thing again, right? So why Bitcoin crash right now? So as I mentioned, this Bitcoin all-time high happened here, and this is weekly, by the way, guys. So the all-time high RSI happened here, overbought territory, as you guys know, right? This is the box, right? And then the lines just move out of the box, and that's called overbought territory, right? But that was here, right? And look at what happened in 2021 January, right? This was the overbought territory as well, right? But stock price went up a way higher than after this event, right? This is a meme squeeze event. So thing collapse. If the price went up all-time high, but look at where the RSI is. RSI was a way below than this one, right? So it's basically moving down. You know what I'm saying? After that, this thing pop again, right? It's just moving down, right? So that means after they create this, after a certain time, they hit all-time high and then do another all-time high with the price, but not RSI. RSI is coming down and things collapse. Same thing happened here. Look at what happened here. RSI over the all-time high hit all-time high last year March, right? There was a pullback, and then this thing hit all-time high again. And then look at where the RSI is. RSI is the price is way above than this level, right? This one. But how come RSI is way lower? You know what I mean? It's the same concept, right? So after that, right? After they hit the all-time high like that, but the price went up all-time high, this thing just quickly crashed. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. But I think we're going to see a much bigger a crash here. I think I have no idea how much it'll go down, but I do expect maybe possible around maybe 20K, maybe even more. Who knows what's going on right now, right? Really depends on the events. What happened to GameStop? What happened to BBBY comes back? The hedge fund market maker need the liquidity to, cover their short positions, and it could be infinite. That's the problem, right? That's a problem with a short squeeze because it's infinite. But I think it could be a controlled squeeze. But I think the numbers, when it hit extremely high or more than what we expected, then they have to where are they gonna bring the liquidity from? It's from here, unregulated market and Bitcoin. They pump the shit out of it. They just rock pull them when they need it, and they're just prepaying for that, I think. So same thing. Another indicators is a weekly. This is by the way weekly. Look at the blue line here. The blue line, the yellow line. If the blue line is above the yellow line, which is also here, and if this hits, this thing just crashed. And then look at where the blue line is going. Blue line is going up, and it's above the yellow line. And then when this thing meet together, this thing just collapse like this. Okay. So there's a certain factors that I saw there. Same thing with Nvidia. I've been mentioning this since last year. Okay, December 2024, December 18. Okay, and then people say like, oh, why you see it coming, right? And then no problem, right? Of course, there's no problem. The market maker will create it for you. Okay. And there you go, right? They brought the DeepSeek, right? And they say, oh yeah, it's like way better. They're very competitive. They spend less money. You know what I mean? And then they could be way better than Nvidia or like fucking like other whole AI tech in US. They just brought the fears. Why now, right? Because they need to they need some events to collapse in a rug this pull the rug pull the liquidity out of this, right? And everything's just set up there, in my opinion, right? You know, I might be wrong, but that's just kind of how I see it, right? So look at the Nvidia, for example. It's the same kind of concept here about the bearish divergence, right? So it's the same concept as what I show you guys Bitcoin. The bearish divergence of showing up here as well. I'm gonna take you to the 2007 here, financial crisis. So I want you to understand this one, because in order to see what I see, I just need to I want you to see a same way as I do, and if you don't get it, and then I mean, I'm sorry, right? So same concept, right? It's not really difficult. It's actually very simple. So the stock price was all-time high. Not all-time high. Stock price was here, but the RSI was all-time high, right? It's way higher than above than here, but the price continued to moving up, right? It continued to rise, and although there's a dip here and there, but look at the RSI. The RSI is coming down from here, and this one hit the all-time high at that time back then, but RSI was a below level of this one, right? So it's just coming down, right? And what happened after that? Boom, collapse, right? I want you to know that, right? And then it's creating a wedge, some reason, right? It's creating a wedge, and then after it creating a wedge and crash. Same thing happened in 2017 or 18. Very similar situation happened in this one, but it was very flash crash, right? So the RSI all-time high happened 2016 August here, some reason, but as it there's multiple pullbacks, but the stock price continued rising. However, the important thing that you have to look at is the RSI is coming down. You see that what I mean? RSI is coming down, but the price is going up. This is called a bearish divergence, okay? And once this thing kind of formed the final triangle formation at the end, boom, this one crash. It's the same concept, right? Same thing happened here right now, right? RSI hit all-time high here, 2024 February, right? Last year, February, March. Very similar spot as Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin RSI also hit all-time high around March to last year. Continue rising. However, look at the RSI. It's clearly showing up. It's coming down, very straightforward. And that's what I noticed that, right? And then people say, oh, you know, why are you talking shit, right? There you go. You see what I mean, you know? And it's just that there's only a couple people I noticed that there's a people that like finance lot, some guy, you know, what's his name? I forgot his name, but yeah, there's a couple people or 3 people I saw on the X that at least I saw on the people I follow. They're the only 3 people that I, you know, saw that, you know, it's coming, right? That the crypto market or Nvidia pullback, everything's kind of pulling down, right? So, and that's kind of thing that I've been noticing that, right? So that's kind of what I see, why I saw there was a market crash. Now let's talk about GameStop, right? You guys are here for GameStop, right? I'm gonna talk about GameStop, and I'm gonna also talk about AMC as well, right? So let me bring my post here, because maybe it's good to start with that. So I did made a post on January 29th. Maybe before that, maybe I can start with Jan 28. Hold on, which one is it? Yeah, whatever you see final fake out is fake out. Yeah, I actually you know, saw what's coming, right? So there you go, right? Some people say, oh, you know, it's not true, you know, what you're seeing is wrong, but there you go. Now you start to see things like what I see here, right? I mean, it doesn't mean that, you know, what I see is perfectly fine, but you know, I see the direction, you know, I see what's going on. I see the direction is, and then it's coming down. So this is kind of what I see. I'm too afraid to share TA, right? Because I realize I found something really that, you know, it's perfectly matching what I see. And then if I see what so I know when the next squeeze is gonna happen, because using the fractals, right? And I've been kind of hinting here and there on Twitter X, right? And believe it's up to you to believe or not. I mean, I'm not financial advice, of course, but so it's up to you to believe it or not, right? But I see, so because I need to see that as a confirmation, there's a few points that I kind of made on Mars Fractals, and then this was the first one, right? So let me walk you guys through with this one, right? So this was a very similar fractal. I noticed that, right? I've been kind of tracking 2020 fractals. I've been tracking 2024 fractals. And it's perfectly going with a 2024 fractals in my opinion. And then this is another confirmation. And this was first confirmation. So after this one hit here, B, C, D, E, after this huge accumulation, it's a pullback phase. So it hit F, right? And that was my confirmation. And next one is G. And that's kind of where we're going right now. And when you look at this one, it's about $25. How much is it now? $25. There you go. Okay? So, I'm not really trying to like, say, oh, I call this one, I'm you right or something like that. That's not what I mean. I'm really trying to say that I think I found the fractals. And of course, I'm not insider. I don't know your own kitties personally. I just found their secrets. That's it. Secret recipe. By trying and errors, and then look at different indicators such as RSI or MACDs and things like that. But I think RSI helps so much, definitely. So there you go. So I did post this one on January 25th that I share more fractals here. As you can see, we're hitting F was the first confirmation, and the second confirmation I'd like to see was the G hitting $25 level, which just happened now. So that's pretty much it, guys. And people might wonder what's going to happen after, right? When is it going to squeeze, right? Everyone will probably, will ask that kind of questions, and I'm probably I'll walk you guys through a little bit later. So I'm gonna show you this one. So revealing more fractals as a hitting a lot of points here, all the points that I was kind of seeing. So yeah, from F to here there was a pullback, right? So this was post January 28th, which was on Tuesday. So yeah, this dipstick events happen, as you guys saw. Japan interest rate hikes, all that shit. You know what's going on with the whole market events, right? I don't have to explain that. Somebody mentioned that when GameStop rally, before GameStop rally happened, prior to that, Japanese interest rate also hiked, right? So about 0.2%, and 2 months later, GameStop rally, right? So that's very interesting because that's kind of what I see here. If you add another 2 months, that will be March, and then that's when GME will start rally, and that's kind of what I see. No financial advice. So I say TLDR, more pullback by mid-February before rally kicks in March. There you go. So I state that. Not many people liked it because they don't like to see more downside. I completely understand that. But if you trade options, it is very important to know the directions. And I personally have some put positions, so I'll probably sell that put positions Monday market opens, and then I'm gonna buy calls. So I'm gonna start preparing for March rally, and then please don't take this words for your personal choice, okay? Your decision. Everything is up to you. I'm just sharing my thoughts and my analysis. So that happened, and I think now we are here, in my opinion. So we hit the G, right? That will be the confirmation that hitting about this level between $25 to $24 level, and I do expect a pop, right? So because now there's a gap up, right? Gap down, right? There's a huge gap down that will be filled really quickly, and we'll probably do one more pullback by mid-February, which is around February 12th. And then you see there's a gap here. They left the gap for a reason, because they're gonna need that to fill this gap when they start to kicks in, right? The rally kicks in, right? So yeah, I do expect a gap fill quickly, and then one more pull back down to form this final triangle formation, and then this thing start to breaking out of it. And then what we need to see is this 3 points, which I put arrows onto it. And I do expect that that's like some sort of a signal here. You guys remember the Dune, the meme, right? There was a Dune meme where there's a where was it? Let me pull this one out. When I see this this thing pops and ups and down, that really reminds me of the Dune tweet from the Roaring Kitties. I think he posted this one. Where was this? Yeah, this one. You guys remember that? So this guy, put some sort of a thumping, like a machine or something. Like it's a wave sound, right? So it hit the wave, and then it basically attract the large worm, right? So when I see so I think this is a perfect examples of yeah, like I think this is a perfect example of this one, right? Like it hit the sound, and then things coming, right? Big things coming, right? So let me just pull the thing in the post back here. So where's the post? Oh shit, hold on 1 second. Okay, there you go. So you see this 3 arrows, 1 2 3. So this will be some sort of that thumping sound, right? Like dook dook dook, like 3 times. So we need to see that. I think that will be the final confirmation. Okay, that will be final confirmation before rally kicks in. So if anybody also watching that, yeah, you can watch this one after hit the bottom. I think this could go hit all maybe hit $23 or a little bit below, and that will be I think it will be the final dip, and then we need to see this like 1 2 3, right? I think that's the signal, right? That's the signal that Roaring Kitty kind of hints, right? What was the post? Did I close it? 1 second. Okay, right there. This was the kind of confirmation, right? This guy comes in and duke, 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 right? Hit 3 times. So that's the confirmation. So yeah, just watch out for that confirmation by February, somewhere between mid-February to end of February, maybe February 24th. I know there's a lot of tinfoil, guys, that you guys saw, and then yeah, I think baby is about to come out, and I think what's his name, the Marcus Lemonis, I think he kind of keep bring a lot of things on the table these days. I don't know, I personally don't really believe that any announcement tomorrow will be our news. I don't know, I don't know if this is a good guy or a bad guy. I don't really care. But for me, I know the fact that he cannot really announce it. You know what I mean? I think it should be from RC, not Marcus Lemonis. He might know something, but I don't think he's the one that able to announce some sort of a news right now. And but anyway. So what I want you to show you here now. So we just hit. Hold on, let me show you this one. I'm just trying to figure out what is the best way to show this one here. Maybe I'll show you the RSI. Okay, there you go. Maybe this is better way to show you. I know it's very difficult to kind of see see a lot of things. There's a lot of arrows and there's a lot of lines, and I'm just trying to keep it simple here. I'll try to keep it try to explain it clear here. So you see what happened here, this box I drew here. Hold on 1 second, let me change the color so that you guys see what I see. So I'm gonna change this color to match with the one on the left, sorry, one on the right. Okay. All right, so there you go. So that's kind of where we at. I think where we at now. So we hit the bottom here, right? From the top here, you hit the bottom. The thing push up, and that's kind of when Roaring Kitty tweet happened, right? And then this thing suddenly gap up, and I did mention that this is a fake out, so it did fake out, right? Because that's what I see here. It pump, and this one. So it's very interesting because he's kind of creating the fractals, okay? Roaring Kitty is creating fractals, and I think it's not just him. I think there will be some activist investors or some sort of maybe like a big, like a long forces kind of behind the scene. I think someone is behind the scene and working with Roaring Kitty. Maybe, I don't know. Just my opinion. I don't know anything, but that's a hint, right? He's creating. Okay, so I've been thinking about this for a while. So there's a 2020 fractals through a 2021, right? And then the fractals that I saw from 2024 was quite kind of interesting because, and then I saw DJT. DJT kind of repeating the same cycle, right? DJT is kind of repeating the same cycle here. So I feel like they might repeat the similarly, right? 1 second. All right, sorry, my dogs are growling. So when I looked at DJT did a similar patterns, DJT was doing similar things, kind of repeating the cycle, right? In terms of fractal, okay? So what I noticed from DJT was it start from here where they push up, pull back, and gap up, squeeze, right? And then there's a red box that I kind of drew there, and then they repeat the same fractals, but it was much bigger. Okay, so if I brought the fractals after this, another push up, pull back, and gap up, squeeze, and then there's a very sharp pullbacks and all that, it mimicking very similar patterns from DJT. And then I asked myself, okay, they're repeating same cycle here. Okay, the way they push this thing, the way they push down, they're using very similar patterns here. But they should have actually stopped here, but there was much more naked shorts. So they pull down the stock price way more with the naked shorts. I believe they was 6 times more than the shares available. So a lot of shorting, naked shorts happen, and after that, sharp, very, much more higher rally here than this area, right? So I do believe that DJT is actually going through this area, and then this is like they're just waiting for the before gap up squeeze. So this one, I do believe that they're making this one right now, right? 1 second. I'm not saying that DJT will run like that, but I'm just kind of showing you the where it is and how they're running the similar patterns here, right? So they rally way more than this one, right? And when they enter the gap up squeeze phase, this will maybe go up a lot higher, right? Who knows? So so because of the DJT, I think DJT is somewhere here. I think, yeah, I think the DJT will still have to come to the March area. There's certain area I noticed that they run things a little slower, but yeah, I think DJT is somewhere here. But anyway, so I noticed that DJT they're repeating a cycle from the last rally. So I asked myself, what if they use 2024 fractals again, right? And then I asked myself, if Roaring Kitty came back in March, right? there must be a reason why, right? I think a lot of people already kind of thought about this one too. And PP mentioned this one too, right? There's a reason why Roaring Kitty came back in March, right? Sorry, in May, right? In April, May. There's a reason why, right? And the reason is because he created fractals, okay? He and other long forces, in my opinion, they create the fractals very nicely, and they're gonna use it same way, okay? In my opinion, not financial advice. So there's a reason why he came back in April and May, and then there's a reason why they're using the same fractals because that's what they created, okay? So in order to create the same fractals, in certain points when this thing hits, let's say when he's to run or when he's to pop, like, you know, gap up, just like short-term, you know, gap up, everything is like tied to his previous fractals, in my opinion. So let me show you. Like, maybe I talk so much. So that's when Roaring Kitty tweets happened, which was here, right? And I noticed that this thing will be short-lived, right? This thing will pop, fake out, and then boom, pull back, right? This thing just pop and then pull back, right? And then now we are here, $24 level, which is, you know, perfectly matching with what I noticed here, right? I'm gonna delete this one. Maybe there's too much things going on, so I'm just gonna highlight this one. So you see, so we stopped here at $26.80 on Friday. Now it's 25 or 24, right? How much is it now, right? 25. It already hit 24. So right now the algo is running fast. I don't know if they wanna retest that level again, but they did they already hit this area, $24.84 on the right side, as you can see the price. Okay, so they might just quickly recover this one, or they might retest it. You know, who knows, right? So I can't really tell. But that's kind of fractals, kind of where we're going through right now. So, and then I think there's one more pullback. Possibly this is F, G. So let's say this G phase, next will be the E phase, right? Or H or something. Yeah. So I expect another pullback by February 12th. I might be wrong. This might be a final one, who knows? But based on the fractals, based on where it's hitting right now, they might drag it all the way down here to forming the final the triangle formation. As you can see on the right side, when it was going downside, it was perfectly hit a final the triangle formation like a wedge. Okay, they drag it all the way down to make forming the final not final, why I keep saying final, the triangle formation, and then this thing start to push back up, right? So I do expect similar pattern here, right? So we could see another pullback by February 12th, and that will be, I think, final dip in my opinion. And then what's after is we gotta watch out for this 3 points, and then this real rally will start kicks in. So yeah, I think rally start kicks in by from February 26, basically end of February. So the February will be boring. So just letting you guys know. And then after that, rally will kicks in. So I don't know what kind of catalyst will comes in here. It could be Ryan Cohen's, you know, the share transfer, and maybe short has to cover all this, you know. They have to deliver the shares, right? Directly register, you know, RCs, right? Under RC. So maybe that's the catalyst. I personally don't know, but this is March, okay? So end of February to March, they're gonna run this thing, and then we'll hit this $70 level or $60 level, depending on how, you know, what the market makers wants to do or the long first wants to do. But something will kicks in to create a gamma squeeze here. And then, yeah, maybe you guys can share with me if you guys have any other tinfoil or some sort of a political event or any GameStop related news or tinfoil. Feel free to message me, or you can reply the down below to share with people. But that's kind of what I see here. One more thing I forgot to share. I keep mumbling. So when you look at RSI, let's not focus on the chart for a second. Let's look at RSI. I want you to pay attention to this one. So I draw a line here, a little bit of a scribble line, but I want you to because I want to show you something. Maybe I'll change to red so that you don't really get confused with the RSI line here. So as you can see, the RSI was here, right? Let me make this one a little bit clear so you guys see better. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So this RSI was here, right? And this was RSI was here, right? All-time high, kind of all-time high. And then this thing started to pull back, right? This thing started to pull back right there, right? But when this thing bottom out, this wasn't the price bottom. You know what I'm saying? This was just RSI bottom. So now RSI is doing this fake out, right? And the roaring kitty fake out happened, pull back. So we did we just create this one, right? We went through this one. Now there's a second one here, second pop. Where was the second pop here? This is second pop, right? And there's a pullback, right? So we just had this thing. So that's right there, $25, right? And we're gonna see a pop again. That's a third pop and pullback. So we gotta see we just had a fast, very fast, sharp. Hold on, what the hell? Can I move this one? No, I can't move this one. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna redraw this one again. So this one just hit here, and this thing will have to come back, right? And then we'll do this. Maybe we'll go like maybe slightly sideways, and then maybe we'll do one last pullback here, okay? And that will be the final bottom. And then as you can see, this is going through the same triangle like a wedge formation. And then almost at the end of the wedge, this thing starts breaking out of it, and the rally kicks in, okay? So I do think that either roaring kitty or our case affiliated, like maybe I don't know, our case, like friends, or I don't know, investors, anyone who's related to RK or RC, maybe somebody behind the scene, they're using the liquidity to drop this thing and then ready for rally. I don't know, they're just kind of creating fractals. I don't know why. I don't know, it's market maker, I don't know, it's just long forces, and maybe they can short their own stocks. I have no idea, but that's just how they're creating. And there's a reason why 2024 April and May, there's a reason why Roaring Kitty got in and then create this whole fractals, and they might repeat this again, okay? No financial advice. I have no idea what the hell they're making. They might change it, who knows, right? But based on what I see, based on the confirmation, based on all the things I'm seeing here, it starts to making sense. So I'll say that a lot of tinfoils happening for the February 10th because of the Teddy Clark. Let me bring the clock here. And I think there's this you gotta look at this as a tinfoil, right? But I think there's a reason why they're mentioning about this Clark kind of indicating the 2 o'clock and then 10 and 12. There's a reason why they kind of showing that. Also there's a reason why also RC tweet this Cheerios, and there's hearts graphics on it. Valentine's Day, there's a reason why there's 13. I think somebody mentioned about this 13G or 13D or something. I think maybe that might be something what we are waiting for in terms of the filings. I have no idea. But this week is the kind of final week where possibly GameStop will hit the bottom, and then this thing's preparing for the rally, okay? So that's kind of how I see, right? As if I see the tinfoil, right? So yeah, I'll be continue to update you guys whole the fractals here. Finally, let's take a look at Bitcoin is crashing quite hard. Okay, there you go. Oh shit. Fuck. Like, yeah, it's yeah, it's happening, guys. It's really happening. Holy shit. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's crazy. Yeah, it's perfectly you know, using the same fractals here, you know, very similar patterns. I mean, there's a certain patterns that they didn't hit, they didn't make exactly, such as this one. Let's say, you know, they hit this area all-time high, come back down. They, you know, in the last cycle they hit twice, but this time they just hit once. So that's the difference. But still, they making a similar pattern, making another all-time high, and then, you know, crash it, right? So there's much more similarity than the difference. So there you go. Yeah, they're running fast, quite hard. This will most likely will dip until February 12 or sorry, February 28th, like until last end of the month. Yeah, this thing will continue to crash. Okay, okay, it's okay. Coco is not happy. You know, he hears something. Um, yeah, holy shit, XRP is down like fucking 20%. Holy shit. Okay, so now I think I know where it's going now. Fuck. I actually saw fractals here. 1 second. They might doing this one. 1 second, guys. So 2021 November right now. So 2021 November is this one. Where is this? Last time I kind of used this fractals here. I don't know why, but 1 second, guys. So they might doing this. They might using completely different fractals maybe. So that they hit hit 3 times. Yeah, they might doing this one right now. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I think they have complete different fractals right now. I mean, it is right. I'm for XRP. It's time to run for sure. But hold on 1 second. I think they dropped it to create a channel box here. I think they're creating a channel box here. I think I saw this kind of pattern before. Where was this one? I'm gonna look for this pattern here. I think it might be here. Yeah, 1 second, guys. So this was the time. This one. I think it might be this one. Yeah, I gotta take a look at more, but I think it might be here or something. Yeah, maybe it's like something like that. Yeah, I'll probably have to check RSI after this. Just kind of, you know, maybe showing you guys this one. Yeah, I think because of the low liquidity environment, they might drag it out like that for a bit. And I think it could make sense because the real the final like rally yeah, hit 2024, which could be possible. And then go all the way to $26 for XRP. I think it's possible because when I brought Doge, because I want to talk about Doge a little bit here before I end the stream. I did post this one about Doge before. Let me bring the Doge fractals. Where's Doge fractals here? Give me 1 second, guys. I brought Doge fractals before, but I don't know where. Fuck. Where the hell is Doge here? Because I wanna give you guys. I think this fractal is a lot better to share rather than me going through this whole fractals. Because I already saved it here. Fuck! I post so much. Shit, too much post. I should actually minimize post. Okay, I found this one. So this is the fractals that I found from the Doge, okay? And then I did post how many like only 10 likes. Like any times when I post something about the bearish stuff, people don't like it. Like people people like people don't like to hear the truth, right? I mean, it is reality, right? I mean, like yeah, like it's funny because like if I see something early, like imagine like I mean, what's his name, the guy who called out the big shorts, right? Like it's the same thing. Like Market Bury went to the banks, Goldman Sachs and other big banks, and say, "Hey, I want to short the housing market," and then the people laugh at him, right? So, oh, look at this fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Like he's betting against the U.S. Housing market. Like everyone just kind of laughed at him, and then you know, and after a year later or 2 years later, I think he was kind of his short positions was kind of you know wasn't working right away. You know what I mean? It takes about a year or something, right? And then yeah, a year or 2 years or something. I think it was a year or something, right? And then yeah, market start to crash. So he see things a little earlier than people, right? Other people, and when it hits, he makes so much gains, like 400% gains, right? So it's kind of same thing, right? I saw something similar to that, right? January. There you go, January. Even Nvidia, I saw it in uh, December. People laugh at me, right? Oh, you're fucking show. You know, let's see comments here. What are you working for? Whatever. You and Elon are buds. Fractal ship led, all this stuff. Anyway, like some people agree, some people don't agree. Like people think I'm sure because I comment things, negative comments, because the market will crash, or those pullback. Oh, the rally is not gonna happen. People believe in like tinfoil. Oh, Donald Trump's now he's a new president. Maybe he's gonna bring the fucking like crypto market all time high. Like we're gonna go to the moon. All that shit. Yeah, sure. But when you look at the TA, when you just look at the base, like ignore all the fucking news, ignore all the political shit. You just stick to the TA, and that will give you the completely different view. And then as I do more option trading, as I do more TAs, and of course there's many mistakes I made, but as I'm getting more serious about the option trading and more serious about the trading things, I do realize it is very important to figure out where we at exactly, okay? And then yeah, I really just trying to filter things out, what's going on politically, what's going on in the news, and then I just have to just analyze whole market, and then I have to create my own stories. I mean, in a way, and that's kind of what I see here. So I want to share with you guys this TA, the comparison for the Doge. Why Dogecoin is not going to all-time high or rally like 2020, because I see something. What I saw was this was 2020, right? So 2021, 2020 bull market, right? So it hit here, pullback happened, right? There was a crash. Now this thing started to move. But the funny thing is, when you draw a line, this thing perfectly hits here. Now there's a crash, and it's following exactly. Look at what happened in 2018. This thing hit all-time high. So which means that it's the same kind of a phase, like I'll say phase. It's the same kind of bull run phase as 2021, right? 2018. And then the current phase is actually this box phase, which this one didn't hit all-time. This one didn't hit this level. However, we're in that kind of same kind of zone, right? So this is actually fake out. So yeah, this one will crash back again, and then create a perfect wedge, and then this thing start to kicks in. That's 2027. Okay, there you go. So it's possible that XRP, okay, it's possible that XRP will start to run in 2027 as well. Okay, not financial advice, but that's kind of what I see here. They might make a huge wedge here, and then that could make sense because the Doge is also doing similar thing here. So yeah, there you go. Doge, the Doge hit this level. Where's the fucking here? Fractals here. Yeah, there's a fractals here. Very similar fractals. Hit here. This is maybe I'm gonna tone it down here. So hit this level, right? Hit this level, right? Cannot go above this line, right? Now it's coming down here. So they're gonna play around, like they're gonna fuck around here in this area a little bit. You know what I mean? They might go the 0.16 like 16 cents somewhere here. They might go just like play around a little bit, and then then the reason they're gonna do that is in order to run this thing really hit like I'm sorry really big. The big money, right? It could be institutions, it could be Elon Musk, it could be people who have a shitload of money. They're gonna buy here. All this area is accumulation phase before run. Okay, anytime there's I think a big even this one, I think when you look at what happened before 2020, this big bull run happened. Look at this whole like I think this is huge accumulation. So all these big people, big institutions, or they're buying here to accumulate and then they run it. I think it's the same concept. I think what we are seeing here. So yeah, it makes sense. They're gonna crash this one. They need more time to accumulate. Right now, it's not a time. They're gonna drag it out until 2027. Possibly for Doge, maybe between October or November. I think it could be November. I think that's what we saw. Whole Bitcoin and the market kind of rally right throughout the whole Christmas rally kind of stuff, right? So I do expect kind of 2027 November area. So yeah, that's kind of it, guys. So yeah, like it's sometimes it sucks to say that like the truth, truth hurts. But it is what it is, right? So we have to accept it, and we have to use what I mean. I'm not saying this is correct, but based on this thing, if you believe this is fractals and this what we're going through is correct, and then you believe that they need more time to run this thing, then you might have to reposition, and then make your own strategy to how you're gonna prepare your the 2027 bull run, right? With the stage. So yeah, I think we don't really have to really hurry to make money or whatever. Some people might have a short positions, all that kind of stuff. Do whatever you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable. But yeah, I don't know. I'm mumbling here, so I'm doing my best to really explain people what I see here, and then yeah, I'm start to get things right here. So there you go. So yeah, I hope this explains a lot, or this helps people, and then I'll see you guys in next updates. I think we might see one more confirmation, one more pullback, and then for GameStop, and then I think we're ready to go. So that's it, guys. So have a good night, and then I'll see you guys in next stream. Thank you.